Alright, happy Sunday, Earth Day. I hope you're celebrating pretty well and contributing to the wellness of the environment. So anyways, for my creative project, I decided to do the designer's approach, and I created 3 renderings from the play Macbeth by William Shakespeare. I will go over them shortly. So my first rendering, as you can see, it shows a cauldron with 3 witches surrounding it in a dark cavern. It's a pretty basic design, but I wanted to go for simplicity because there's not much of anything else that can be found there. And this goes along with Macbeth's play in the Act 4 Scene 1, where the witches are around the cauldron making some random substances, and this is where Macbeth finds them later in the play. And this is a very important part of the play because it lays the future events. It kind of foreshadows what's going to happen to Macbeth in the future. So it's kind of what I wanted to do. It's a very important piece, so I wanted to show that. And the dark colors is just because it's very mysterious and just dark, because these people are, you don't know what they're doing and they seem like they're up to no good. For my next rendering, I decided to do Act 3 Scene 3 of Macbeth, and this takes place kind of in a clearance. As you can see, the night is getting closer. It's kind of dark and also gloomy and melancholy, and this is because this is where Banquo dies, which also is an important event to the play because it sets the rest of the motion. As you can see behind the rock, it was the 3 murderers that were hiding, and Banquo and Fleance were coming back, or trying to go home, leaving from the background of Macbeth's castle, and the torch was dropped and Banquo was killed, where Fleance was finally able to run and escape from the murderers. So for my last rendering, I decided to do the Act 3 Scene 5 of Macbeth, where they're in the castle in the dining hall. They invited all these friends and they were eating with them, and Macbeth noticed the ghost of Banquo, but obviously I think he was hallucinating, and I think it was due to the guilt that he was feeling. And so what I decided to go with this was make a set where it kind of went with the times of that era, which was around the 11th century. And also, obviously, Banquo, the ghost of Banquo, sitting at the head of the throne, which was where he was seen. So that was kind of gloomy, but not really. As you can see, this set is very well lit, just so you can see everything, the detail of the set. So that's the conclusion of my project of the creative designer aspect, part A. I had a lot of fun doing it. I enjoy working with editing images, videos, but it was kind of tedious, but I'm very thankful to have completed this project. I had a great time in this class, and I'm sure I will let other people know that they should take online theater. Have a good one.